Hey everybody, how's it going this week? Working late nights this week. It's about 1:40 in the morning, so thought I'd say hey to everybody and get on with our discussion for week two about authors' professional paths. The author I chose to use this week was Larry McMurtry because he's one of my favorites, and also he's easily recognizable. He's 83 years old. He's really been an inseparable part of Texas literature for over 50 years. His career started with Horseman Pass By in 1962. He's got a bookstore called Booked Up in his hometown of Archer City. And as they say there, they carry some fine, rare, and scholarly books. That's about a 3 hour drive from me, and I plan to make a trip up there in the next couple of months after it cools off here. As sort of a pilgrimage because not only do I have a good chance to run into him there, it's where the inspiration for the Last Picture Show came from and where some of the movie was shot. Um, I'd pretty much say a visit to Archer City is mandatory as a Texan, and it's definitely a town that holds a special place in our state folklore, just like places like Lukenbach or Indianola. As far as the publishing path he chose, his traditional path, quite frankly, because that was what was available at the time. And since he's been so successful, there's never been a need for him to publish later stories in any other way. Um his whole career is based off traditional publishing, and also obviously the movies that have came from his books. Does he have an agent? Yeah, I was able to find his publisher named Michael Korda at Simon and Schuster. So pretty big heavy hitter for an author. How's he promoted his books in the past? He's got a long career, so he doesn't have to make personal appearances anymore. He's kind of reached icon status, so fans are going to buy his work just because his name's attached to it. Has he connect with readers? Personal contact through his publisher. And like I said, I'm hoping to meet him when I run into the bookstore up in Archer City. I've actually thought about trying to contact him, asking what he thinks about a English class back at UNT, where I did my undergraduate and where he's a graduate from, that focuses on his work. I've often wondered why there isn't even a class there now. But does he use social media? Yeah, he does. But the last post was from June 4th of this year, and before that it was July of 2017, so he's not active. I don't think he really needs to rely on social media to promote himself, and at 83 years old, he's probably just not into it. Is it effective? It is for him because it maintains a special aspect of opportunities to meet him, and there's always something that he feels is important to say when he does post. As far as determining how he participates in the writer community, he owns bookstores. He's continued to write for over 60 years, and that tells me he loves what he does. He cares about his legacy and wants people to remember him as someone that was in it for the long haul. And what does that say to me about him as an author? It says it's someone I could learn a lot from about how to make this being an author thing a lifetime ambition and how to be successful. So, looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say.